So today I'll be showing you flat and sharp notes, and let me hope that you managed to draw your major scale formula notes across the fretboard on a piece of paper the way I showed you. And if you didn't do so, kindly drop a comment so that I can explain it further, and I'll send the video to you so that you can see it and memorize it. So let's get started. Sharp notes and flat notes, those are the spaces left in between our fretboard when we were playing the major notes. So we had some spaces that were left in between. Those are our flat and sharp notes. Let's take for example between F and G. We have a space there. That's where our flat and sharp notes are found, and they are found all over the fretboard. A sharp note increases a note by a half, while a flat note lowers a note by a half. Let me repeat on that. A sharp note increases a note by a half, while a flat note lowers or decreases a note by a half. As you can see, I've drawn an arrow along the fretboard. So when you are going from the high octave to the low octave, that's where we find our flat note. And when we are moving from the low octave to the high octave, we will find our sharp note. And our sharp note is represented by the hash sign, and then our flat note is represented by the B, a small b. We only have 5 enharmonic or 5 flat and sharp notes, and they are as follow. D sharp is equals to E flat, F sharp is equals to G flat, C sharp is equals to D flat, G sharp is equals to A flat, A sharp is equals to B flat. And there are only 5. Hope you've written down. Then let's go straight away to our guitar. We are going to use the E string or the low E string to explain that. I'll start by playing all the major. So as I said, between F is here, the first fret on the first fret, and then the first string, the low E string. Then G is on the third fret. So in between we have, on the second fret, we have that is where our empty space is. There we find our F sharp, and also we have increased. So let me repeat that. We have increased. We have moved from the first fret to the second fret. Therefore we have increased our note by a half. Then we have come up with the F sharp. Then when we lower, let's say G, this is the G, we've lowered it by a half. That is the G flat. And many of you will ask, why is it that G flat and F sharp are the same? The difference is just the name, but the voice is the same. So that's our lesson for today, and this will apply across all the fretboard. So remember, after you've drawn your fretboard mastery sketch like this one, you'll just draw all the flat and sharp notes in between the spaces that are left, and the thing will look similar to this one. I think you've seen it's not much complicated. If you've just listened to the explanation that I've made, you'll just be listening. When you are on, let's take for example E, F, G, A, between A and B, we have a space in between here. That's why we have our A sharp and our B flat. So this will apply across all over the fretboard using that formula. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, share, comment. Kindly comment